Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me. I have joined the Crafty Goals Collab with Amalia, and you set goals for the year and then do videos monthly with updates. And I watched the videos in 2019 and was super inspired by them. It had never occurred to me to specifically set goals about my crafting. I set goals in other parts of my life. It just never occurred to me. And these are actual goals that I used the SMART model. You can Google SMART goals. So they're measurable. That's the number one thing. A goal has to be measurable. So I have counts or whatever in here, and I'll walk you through them. There are a couple that should be easy and fun and I'll enjoy doing, and there are some that will be kind of a chore, but in the end I'll be really happy that I did them. So let me take you through what my goals for 2020 are. And I made these on, I'm doing no paper left behind, and I'm making a journal. And so I made them on pages that I'm going to put into my journal. And I haven't done this before where I wrote on pages and then actually used my book like a planner. So I may have gotten a little close over here because when I stitch it, it might be kind of tight, but I've left room so that if I have to trim the pages to make it all fit nicely, I won't lose my text, I don't think. So it's not centered on the page right now, but we'll see how it looks, and you can see how it turns out in the update videos or in no paper left behind videos. So my first goal, and I made these two both monthly, is to try something new. Every month in 2020, I want to try something new. And my goals don't have to be specific to paper crafting. It could be some new mixed media technique. It could be some trash to treasure yard art type project I've never done before. Just something crafty, something creative. It might be a new card making technique. It could be anything. I don't have rules on what it can be. I just think that we should always be learning and trying new things. My second one is make something blue. I made blue pocket letters and I made a blue journal for myself, and I just have the most fun when I'm using blue, and it comes easy for me. This is something that I could do in 10 minutes, and why don't I do that every month? So I made it a monthly goal. I'm going to do something blue. It brings me joy. Then the next page, I noticed that in 2019, I have 2 or 3 journals started. One of them is more of a like smash journal where I put in receipts and fun ticket stubs and that kind of thing. And then the others are more art journals. But I noticed that I stopped working in them. So I'm going to do a journal page every month. It might be a quick glue it all down and go on with your day one. It might be one that's all layered up with crackle paste and different acrylic paints and all sorts of things that takes a while to dry. No rules, just a page a month. This is something that, in a pinch, you could do it in 10 minutes on the last day of the month, but I think it's a good one. This one, 30 minutes of tidying a month. And what I thought was 30 minutes in my craft room or 30 minutes in the shop. And this is a set a timer, 30 minutes. Don't get sidetracked and start another project. Don't go, oh, that's the die I've been looking for. I want to cut 10 of those out. 30 minutes. Timed, tidy focus. I'm hoping that's enough to make it more controlled than it is. I don't know. Maybe I should have done this differently, but that's my thing that I'm going to try. And I think if I do that every month, I'll just be happy that I did it. I have a feeling that sometimes I go an entire month without even stopping to do like a 15-minute cleanup. Many of you have said you clean up after each project. Well, today I have 3 or 4 projects going. They're not going to finish at the same time. There's never a time when I don't have projects going. All I do is clear a space and start the next one. So I think 30 minutes would be a great step in the right direction for me. Then on these pages, I used stamps to stamp these. It's not so much a checklist for every month. I was going to write crafty fun with friends, but there just wasn't enough room. So I wrote crafty friends, and the idea is a beach weekend, a shopping spree, some sort of crop or scrapbooking or journal making, calligraphy, some sort of event. And I want to do that 6 times a year. That would average out to about every other month. So I put 6 stars in here. And I think that if I did that, I'd be pretty happy with it. I don't know that I have enough time in my life for a weekend getaway, and I like spending time in my craft room, so I think monthly would have been a little too much. So I'm going to try 6. This next one, these 2 are hard ones. I make an 8x8 scrapbook page every time my mom makes a quilt. My mom wants to make 100 quilts. She might be in the 80s. I think for the scrapbook pages, I'm in the 70s, and I'm not sure I have the 60s all done. It takes a while to get the information about the quilt, a picture of the recipient with the quilt. It's hard to make because my mom's really good at color layouts and all of that. So I spend a lot of time on each one of these pages. If I did 3 this year, I would not be caught up, but that would be 3 more than I did last year and maybe 3 more than I did the year before. I don't know. I do have some of those pages in my scrapbook playlist. So maybe I did some in 2018. Then this next one, I have 12 by 12 scrapbook page kits that I've gotten from events. They're really nice kits. They have a lot of extra product. My idea is usually to make the pages and then I use all the extra product to make cards. I sort of turned into a hoarder because I don't do a lot of 12 by 12 pages. So I've had a couple of events recently where I would make a 12 by 12 page, and I thought it's time to start going through those. I checked and I have 9 of those kits sitting around, and I'm likely to get more this year by going to events. So if I use up 5 of them, I will consider that a big victory. And using them up, I think a lot of it would just depend on sitting down and deciding, am I going to use this for a 12 by 12 page? If so, make it. If not, make cards or something else, or at least put it in with the other paper collections. I keep these in a book, a book that holds like 12 by 12 pages and their embellishments in process in my paper cupboard. So I don't even look at this paper and consider it when I go to make a project. And then my last one, this one I had a hard time with because I couldn't decide if it was going to be paper collection focused or exactly how it was going to work. It is use up 2 things per month. So it could be a paper collection, could be a paper pad, could be tubes of paint or mixed media products. I just want to be sure that I'm actually using my products. And in the winter months when I'm staying inside a lot, it'll probably be paper collections. I would assume for January it's going to be paper collections. Maybe by May it's something completely different. Who knows? It could be cans of spray paint because I'm spraying something in the backyard. Bed frames. Those are one of my favorite things to use in my yard, and they're great for managing the dogs. I have some yard tours, I think in a playlist if you want to see those. I don't just craft inside. I'm outdoors and everywhere, and sometimes trash to treasure. So it could be different stuff. I have 24 stars on this page because if I did 2 a month, it would be 24. I am going to do no paper left behind, probably 11 out of 12 months of the year. So that'll use up a lot of them. And then I just thought it might be fun, instead of using these pages like a checklist, I might write a little bit about what I do. Like, what did I try? What did I make? What was my journal page? Where did I go? What quilt pages did I do? Oh my gosh, it would be really good if I kept track of the numbers. That's part of why it's so hard to do, is I don't keep track of which ones I've done. And so I don't know where to start. I have to check in with my mom and get all the information from her. 12 by 12 page kits, I could write about the paper collection I used. And here, I might mark off the stars and then write in the middle about what I made or did. That would be really fun in my journal to look back at 2020. So we'll see how that journal turns out, and you'll see the finished journal. And I hope that you have thought about your goals for 2020, and maybe you're setting some crafty goals or other goals. And I am a firm believer that you should write your goals down. Writing it down can make all the difference in the world. And it doesn't matter if you get out a ruler and a blue marker, or if you get a ballpoint pen and a piece of scratch paper. Be sure to check out the other collaborators. When our videos come out each month, all of the information will always be in the description box down below. Be sure to head over to Amalia's channel and thank her for including me. A big shout out to all the collaborators. I can't wait to see what your goals are and how you're meeting them throughout the year. Thank you so much for including me. Thanks for watching this video, everybody. I hope you've kicked 2020 off right. Bye-bye.